Now, you turn your phone off, Nay?
I turned my phone off, Muffin.
Yeah, Nay.
Okay, we're going to do a Christmas story, and this is the last of the 4 Christmas stories that we're doing, and I'm so proud of you, Muffin.
I have a caribou phone, Nay.
Okay, you have a caribou phone.
Yeah, Nay.
A Bunnyland Christmas Crisis. It was Christmas Eve in Bunnyland, and the snow sparkled on the ground like a sea of frozen cotton candy. The cozy little town, nestled along streets like Candy Cane Lane and Tinsel Turn, was alive with festive cheer. The Bunions, those countless little bunnies responsible for creating the magical snow and ice, were hopping about, making sure everything was just right for the holiday season.
You know why there was snow, Nay?
What, Muffin?
You know why there was snow, Nay?
Why?
Because you paid us, Nay. When you pay us, Nay, we play, Nay. You don't pay us, we don't play, Nay.
Okay, Muffin. Let's get through this story. I love you, Muffin.
Ptweey.
They had been hard at work turning their ptweey into the pristine snow that coated every hill and valley thanks to their trusty ptweey freezing machines.
The Bunyan Brigade.
However, all was not as calm as it seemed. Deep in the woods near Cinnamon Street, in the humble cabin of Deborah the Cake Sorceress and her husband, Billy the Awesome Guitar Dude, there was a quiet commotion. Their family of gingerbread people, cousins to the enchanted gingerbread houses Deborah baked during Christmas, were pacing nervously by the window, watching the sky for signs of trouble. Celeste, the beautiful white doe who enjoyed knitting in the winter, had been visiting their cabin. She had spent the last few weeks preparing tiny toques for the guppies in the lake and cozy wool socks for the hummingbees, all while listening to Bill's guitar strumming Christmas carols. Celeste didn't say much since she was a bit shy and happily enjoyed the company of her friends while she knitted away.
Hey, Nay.
Yes, Muffin.
I got a question, Nay.
What's that, Muffin?
So if she gonna make the toques for the guppies, Nay, how they gonna stay on the head, Nay? They gonna have a strap?
Yeah, they have little straps. They're magic toques for the magic guppies with magic straps.
Can't wait to see that, Nay. They gonna go moo 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 all the time, and they gonna get
No, they go glub 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 glub.
Like glubby glubby glubby.
Okay. Deborah's face gave away the fact that she had been sensing something wasn't right in Bunnyland. She suddenly looked up from her cake batter, which made the gingerbread family also pause in their cake decorating efforts.
Billy, where's the snow?
Deborah asked, her usually soft voice now filled with urgency and concern. Outside, instead of fresh snowfall, the ground looked damp, too damp for Bunnyland at this time of year. The ptweey freezing machine was malfunctioning.
Yeah, Nay, you didn't pay the rest of the bunions to go out there and go ptweey.
Deborah, Bill, we need to check on the Bunions, Celeste softly but sternly urged. Something is terribly wrong. Celeste, too, had sensed the beginnings of certain doom in the air, and she just had to express her concerns. As if on cue, Muffin the Great, cutest of all bunnies and benevolent ruler of Bunnyland, came bursting through the door, her white fur fluffed up in alarm, her adorable pink nose scrunched with worry, and her eyes were wide with fear.
The ptweey chilling machine is broken,
she exclaimed.
If we don't fix it, Bunnyland could be without snow for Christmas.
The gingerbread family gasped. No snow on Christmas? How would they ever celebrate without their beloved winter wonderland?
There, little ones. We'll figure something out. Now stop your fussing before the tears mess up your icing,
said Deborah, carefully wiping sugary tears from the gingerbread family's eyes. Lil Brown, Muffin's best friend, stumbled in after her, murmuring in his gentle murmel language. He scratched his fuzzy head as his emotional support bee, Esby, buzzed nervously around him.
We need to find a spare part for the ptweey freezing machine,
Muffin declared, pacing.
Without it, the Bunions won't be able to produce enough snow. and out of ptweey will melt into mud.
Bill, always the optimist, strummed his guitar softly, playing a few calming notes.
I know someone who can help. St. Nicholas from up north with a band of merry penguins who fly a magic toboggan. If anyone can get us that part in time, it's him.
Brilliant.
Muffin cried.
We'll go to Rudolph Road and see if we can catch Nicholas.
With a quick farewell, Muffin, Lil Brown, and Celeste hurried out the door. They followed the winding paths of Bunnyland from Cinnamon Street to Tinsel Turn until they reached the far edge of town where Rudolph Road stretched into the snowy wilderness. There, just as Bill had promised, was St. Nicholas, his white beard frosted with snowflakes, surrounded by a gang of cheery black and white penguins.
Ho, ho, ho! How's it going?
Bellowed Nicholas in his deep, jovial voice.
We need your help, Nicholas.
Muffin called out, waving her paw.
The ptweey freezing machine is broken again. And Christmas in danger of melting.
Nicholas smiled warmly and motioned for the penguins to ready the toboggan.
Fear not, Muffin. We'll get the part and make sure Bunnyland stays snowy and bright. But there's one catch. The machine requires the giggles of children to run smoothly. Not just any children, but the giggles of all the children in the world. And the animal children of Bunnyland. Ho, ho, ho.
Muffin's ears perked up.
I can go around up all the Bunions and the Bunnyland children. But what about the rest of the world? Leave that to me,
Nicholas said with a twinkle in his eye.
Let's go! Ho, ho, ho!
The penguins and Nicholas piled into the magic toboggan, which seemed to have an unending amount of leg room. And with a whoosh, they were off. The toboggan zipped through the air, cutting across the snow-laden skies as they made their way to the North Pole for that spare part. Meanwhile, Muffin and Lil Brown rushed back to Bunnyland to gather the Bunions and the children, enlisting the help of Natty the Werido from Kanakanuck. Natty, with her wild blonde hair and strange but enthusiastic gardening dance moves, rallied the bunnies, bouncing about and cheering in her uniquely eccentric way. "Hands up in the air like you just don't care," Natty shouted as she helped direct the Bunions to the frozen fields. The Bunions giggled wildly, their little paws slapping the ground as they ptweeyed into the air, creating snow-covered hills from their ptweey. But unfortunately, the snow began to turn back into ptweey. Where was Nicholas and his merry posse of penguins? Suddenly, like magic even, Nicholas returned with a spare part. It was a tiny, shimmering cog made of candy cane stripes and stardust, exactly what the ptweey freezing machine needed. With Lil Brown murmuring encouragement, and Muffin supervising with her well-meaning and usual sense of self-importance,
Hurry up!
the machine was repaired just in time. The Bunions hopped into place, churning out perfect snowflakes, while the children of Bunnyland and beyond giggled and laughed, filling the air with their joy. The machine hummed to life, powered by the merry sounds of laughter, and soon Bunnyland was blanketed in beautiful, glittering snow. Christmas was saved. That evening, the entire town gathered on Candy Cane Lane to celebrate, the streets glowing with twinkling lights. Bill played festive tunes on his guitar and happily hummed along, while Deborah whipped up amazing cakes in record time with the help of the gingerbread family.
Nay, that's just wrong. Deborah not supposed to be whipping things. She should be spanking the worms, Nay.
Celeste handed out her tiny knitted toques to the guppies and the hummingbees buzzed happily in their new wool socks. As the stars twinkled above and snowflakes gently fell, Muffin stood tall and proud, a smile on her face.
Once again, I, Muffin the Great, has saved Bunnyland,
she declared. Little Brown murmured and chuckled sweetly in agreement. And the penguins clapped their flippers. As the warmth of friendship filled the air, Muffin recited a little poem to close out the night.
In Bunnyland, the snow does fall, thanks to the bunions, big and small. With ptweey turned into icy cheer, we celebrate this time of year. Nicholas and Penguins, brave, helped our Christmas time to save. With friends and laughter, songs and light, we wish you all a peaceful night.
And with that, Bunnyland settled into a peaceful Christmas Eve with snow as far as the eye could see.
Nay, oh nay. Little Brown and I would like to say something too.
Go ahead, Muffin, and go ahead, Little Brown.
Merry Christmas and stuff, and we need cowoots and honey, please.
That's right, Little Brown. On behalf of all your friends here in Bunnyland, we wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas time. May you always find yourself surrounded in happiness, health, and love.
Merry
Christmas, everyone! Thank you for listening to Memoirs of Muffin the Great. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Make sure you push the button too, Nane.